can't begin to express the amount of anger that I'm feeling right now, having been at the other 3 meetings and sitting in the groups where people said, do not use rooftops as open space, it's not okay. Do not include streets as open space, it's not okay. But yet every time people write on these popcorn boards, they change what we say to fit the narrative of what the planning department wants. Do not fill out these workbooks. Don't fill them out, because they are full of loaded questions like, should we see more areas adjacent to the Los Angeles River be utilized for open space? And what that really means is, let's push in more development there and displace the people that live there to put in luxury housing with open space gardens so we can say we have open space. Stop manipulating people to get the answers you want. And what really angers me about the fact that you're asking about areas along the adjacent to Los Angeles River, you do not have a single community forum like this being held in any of those areas adjacent to the Los Angeles River. How dare you encourage the rest of the city to say we want development there and can't even be bothered to go in that community and ask them how they feel about it.
And they try to divide everybody up and break us out. And what we're hearing now is knowledge, and we're learning, and that empowers us. And I think that's exactly what you don't want. And I do not want breakout groups.
So we are seeing the reduced open space of setbacks. You can't even get a firefighter down the side of that building. But also there's nowhere for them to have a garden. And once again, we've got pets. The other thing I don't see is the day-to-day things up here, like folks walk their dogs and the strollers and all those things. We could use a little dog park like what you guys have in Grand Park. Just something that's fenced in. We've got to get only recreational areas out of these high fire severity hillsides.
And in terms of open space, Los Angeles ranks 47 out of 60 cities. We rank behind Baltimore, we rank behind Las Vegas, we rank behind Albuquerque, we rank with bankrupt Stockton in terms of open space. And there was a gentleman here who said we need to think outside the box. We need to stop letting our councilman and our mayor take money from developers.
Right. It is critical to climate change. Absolutely. And we are now in a critical point in the city where we don't have an urban management plan, and we're starting to take more trees down because of the sidewalk program, and they haven't implemented alternatives to fixing sidewalks and saving trees like Seattle and Portland and other cities.
Also, the Planning Commission, under the influence of a potential housing issue in our city, has decided that they're going to just take this as an opportunity to accept handouts, to rubber stamp things, and to refuse public hearings to the neighborhood. We, as members of that block and that community for decades, have not been consulted in any way. We were not notified of any of the happenings going on. We're now facing a new 221-unit luxury building with 377 parking spaces on 85-year-old city blocks. And right here in this plan, you identify them as an area that needs new parks. We've had 0 public parks in the 10 years I've been there. So could we find out what's actually going in the 2020 plans? Because you're 17 years into this, so I have a hard time believing that no matter what I tell you tonight, my area is going to look any different in 23 years than it looks right now.
One of the reasons I wanted to come here tonight is because I remember why we're here tonight. And we're not here tonight because there's a great big central plan. There is one, but the mayor and our lovely Mitch O'Farrell decided to start developing and change the general plan. And the court ordered them to have these series of hearings and to do the general plan. They don't really want to, and they've already decided what they're going to do. And frankly, it's all great that we're here, but pretty much anybody that's here is familiar with the city government and knows they're going to do whatever the hell they want to do, and the hell with whatever we have to say. Now, as far as all your development and your open spaces go, let's figure this out. All the new building that's going up is not gentrification, it's social cleansing.
I really disagree with the idea. I mean, we can see the results of this massive, multi-level, confused, chaotic process. We have massive homelessness, transit ridership is lower than it was 30 years ago, we have skyrocketing housing prices, crime is spiking all over the city. We do need to put pause on all these different initiatives. We need to do the general plan. I'm glad we're talking about open space tonight. Once we finish the general plan, start on the community plans, and build out logically and rationally, rather than trying to do everything all at once and telling everybody we can't stop, we have to keep build. It just doesn't make sense.
There's no meeting like this in the Northeast. I've gone to the neighborhood councils Now, maybe a miracle occurred in the last week, but 2 weeks ago, they hadn't heard about all this, and they were like, how come nobody comes to us? So I asked that at a similar meeting, and we were told, oh, we don't want to spam the neighborhood councils. That was a city person who said that.
Oh, wow.
And I gotta tell you, it is so chaotic. And in chaos, the wealthy make great money. That's what's going on. I mean, that's as simple as that. We don't really have a housing shortage. And when people say we have a housing shortage, people need to say we have an affordable housing shortage. If you can afford $3,000 and up for an apartment, there's hardly a building in this city that doesn't have a vacancy for you that's at that level, if not 20% vacancy. There's plenty of housing in this city, but people can't afford it. So it is a cleansing. It's a social cleansing. It's an economic cleansing. It is a cleansing by class.
Not only have all the issues of climate change like sea level rise, but we have all of the issues that are old, such as a major earthquake, probably 8.2 or something like that, that's only a question of time. We have flooding. This is a serious issue, and we have fires. We've just had major fires in the Sun Valley area. We need hazard maps, and this is an important part of an open space element to identify all of the hazard areas in the city and make sure that any zoning and general plan designations carefully limit whatever is allowed and that those areas are kept largely undeveloped. This is how you use an open space element, and this is essential for a dangerous city like Los Angeles.
I'm out in the valley on Riverside Drive. On March 2nd of last year, Mayor Garcetti came out and dedicated a piece of sidewalk. A very large, probably nearly century-old Chippewana tree had been destroyed to repair this piece of sidewalk. He was touting how much safer the sidewalk would be now that an uplift had been fixed. And bicyclists come racing by, and I've almost been hit twice coming out of my building at that spot. So it's not more safe for me. It was planted to replace this tree. It was watered for a while, and I think some compost was put in it, but then it shriveled and died, and it's been pulled out, and it is gone.
And they did not know until last week what was going on. So that's what's happening, and I've been seeing that. You know, and I believe in local government, and I believe in us, and I believe in you, and that's why I'm here. But I think that we need to be able to do things differently, because what we're doing does not work. And I appreciate all those comments about affordable housing, because we need to redefine exactly what that means. What is affordable? Affordable for whom? I think you're hearing it really loudly here. Thank you.